So today we're going to take a look at multi-chain stablecoins. I'm going to show you how to easily send any of the stablecoins you see on screen, so USDT Tether, USDC, and DAI, between any of the networks that you see on the right-hand side of the screen. So that would be ETH Mainnet, the two side chains xDai and Polygon, the EVM networks BSC and Fantom, and then of course the two true L2s, Optimism and Arbitrum. We're only going to need two tools to accomplish this. The first is XPollinate and the other is Hop.Exchange. There may be other tools out there that can accomplish similar tasks, but if you use these two, you can send those stablecoins you see between any of the networks that you see. And let's see how they match up to one another here. So XPollinate enables you to send any of these stable coins between any of these sort of EVM compatible side chains or other blockchains that you see here. And they recently added Arbitrum as a result of new tech built by the Connext team known as the NXTP protocol. It is trustless, cost-efficient, and extendable. We can expect to see Optimism, ETH Mainnet, and Avalanche added to the XPollinate platform in the near future. On the other hand, we see Hop.Exchange. It expands our ability to send things to layer 2, including Optimism, and it obviously does not have a number of the other EVM compatible chains in their list. Coming over to XPollinate, V2 is live. If you've used XPollinate in the past, you may be familiar with V1, and you can access it using the button in the upper right-hand corner of the UI. Let's come down to the swap menu here. You have a choice of the networks that we discussed earlier. You can go from any one of them to any of the others, and you can choose between the three stablecoins that you wish to send. So in this case, I think it's worth noting at the bottom of the swap menu, there is a second drop-down. Right now, it seems to be somewhat redundant. Like if I choose Tether, it will simply swap the source chain asset as well, but perhaps they will make it possible for you to send one coin and receive another stable coin at your destination chain. That would be really cool. So you can use XPollinate quite easily here. It does use a routing technology, so just be patient. There's no way that your assets will be lost, but sometimes the router either is congested or it lacks exit liquidity, so just be patient with it. But it's a very quick and easy way to send stablecoins between the chains available with relatively low fees. Coming over here to Hop.Exchange, we have the added benefit of accessing Mainnet as well as Optimism, and we want to start here at the top and choose the asset that we want to send, any of the three stablecoins and or Matic. And so we're going to use Polygon and send a small amount of USDC to our Arbitrum wallet. Before we do that, we want to make sure that we address sort of the fee structure here. There are two fees or costs associated and they're sort of added together. And this specifically applies to the swap that we're trying to do right now between a sidechain and an L2, right? So the same thing would apply if I chose Optimism from this list here. Right? It might vary slightly, but when you're sending it from a sidechain to an L2, it sort of acquires some of the gas fee transaction levels that are on Mainnet as the L2 is secured by that network. So bottom line is you can't send a really tiny small test transaction. You got to go a little bit bigger to make sure it's worth your time. In this case, if I'm sending from Polygon to Arbitrum, I'm looking at a fee of around $10. So I'm going to send over 100 here, and they're going to ask you to approve it. So after you finish with the transfer process, make sure you have USDC in your MetaMask wallet on the Arbitrum network so that you can view it. Easiest way to do this is to come over to CoinGecko and copy paste the address into your wallet, as USDC does not show up automatically. Also keep in mind that once you bridge over your stablecoins to an L2 such as Arbitrum, you will need some ETH in your wallet, so make sure you use the Arbitrum bridge to bring over your ETH from Mainnet if you haven't already done so. Then you'll be all set to come over to the L2 and jump into any dApp that you choose.